This is Fred Paine with my wife Valerie. Thought I'd put a picture of the both of us on there since you guys can probably see this on YouTube and the other channels that we're posting this on. And that way you get to see Team Paine here with private family banking. And I wanted to share with you about how eliminating debt, having a budget and eliminating your debt can be the best investment that you can make. So I want to show you a client that I helped that really had quite a few debts. We're showing 10 debts here that this client had, totaling $72,459. He was saving $200 a month. Of course, he had expenses for housing and groceries and other things too. So he's doing pretty well. But like a lot of people think, if we can afford to make the payments on everything that we're doing and getting, then we're in good shape. And if we have a little bit extra to save, that's even better because we can invest that, and that investment will grow and make us some money for the future. That is really a poor way of getting ahead. Okay. As you're going to see, there's no investment that you can make that will do better for you than eliminating your debt. Now, check out the interest rates that this person is paying. 24.82 on a firm card. Furniture, rooms to go, he's paying 30% there almost. An Amazon card, 30%. If you go down, he put his car on a Capital One card, $54,525, nice car. And he's paying 16.59% for that, which is the cheapest of all of these interest rates that he's paying. So of his payments that he's making, the total monthly payments with this is only $1,468, but he's only paying 286 of that down to principal. Most of his payment is going to pay interest, $1,183 to pay interest. That's an 81% by volume, although none of his interest rates are higher than about 32%. 81% of his payments is going away from him to make somebody else wealthy. Wouldn't it be amazing if he could make 81%? And he can only do that by eliminating his debts. We used optimized whole life dividend paying life insurance policy. We built one for him and then used that to eliminate his debt. And the good news with that is that he gets all his money back after a few years. We use the snowball method to eliminate the debts. In other words, we take the smallest debt that he has, don't regard the interest rates, but the smallest debt, pay it off first, and then the money he's paying to that, put it back into the policy that we've designed until he accumulates enough to pay off the next lowest debt. And let me show you how quickly this person can get out of debt. Well, before I do that, let me show you another one. You say that might be pretty exorbitant. I don't know that I would do that, but here's a person that's got a car loan, a student loan, a truck loan, a credit card, and he's paying 15% on his credit card and a mortgage, okay? And so none of these interest rates are that high, but he's still paying 40% of his payment to interest. Again, wouldn't it be amazing if he could make that 40% for himself? We can show you how to do that using an optimized whole life insurance policy to pay off all your debt and be totally out of debt and make that 40% for yourself. And you might even say, well, wait a minute, what about if I don't have that much debt? Well, here's a client that just had two debts, solar and a car, only paying about 4% interest on those. But even at that, 13% of his payment is going to pay interest. So it's all about the volume of interest that we're paying and not about the interest rate. This person can recuperate that 13% for himself by eliminating debt. Well, how does that happen? Let me show you how this first person that we looked at did it, okay? Here's this person, all of his debts. He bought a policy optimized to build cash value, and then we used that cash value to eliminate these debts. Here's a couple of graphs that I wanted to show you that shows the power behind doing this. On the left here, we have how many months he has left to pay off his debt at his current rate of payments. That's what's in the red. In the green is how long it would take to eliminate those debts. He'd be completely paid off. Instead of about 240 months to pay off all of his debt, his final debt with the car, he can pay that off in about 72 months or so. Most of his debts are paid off, if you look at here, right around year 4, 48 months. And the volume of interest that he saved is on the right side. In the green is the total that he will pay using our snowball method with the private family banking policy. And on the other side, the left, the red side, this red bar shows how much he's going to pay. Instead of paying $170,000 or so dollars, he's only going to pay about $55,000 in interest to somebody else. Which one would you rather do? This is what that looks like as he does policy loans and pays off his debt. In the red is the beginning of the year debt balance that he has. And we can see that after about 7 years, that's going to be eliminated. In the blue is showing what his loan balance is in his policy. And a little before that time of those 7 years, that's going to be eliminated. And in the green is the cash value in his policy that continues to grow and grow and grow. And so that's what you can have by doing a private family banking policy and eliminating your debt with it. I'm Fred Paine, and here's my contact information. I would be glad to talk to you about eliminating your debt, recuperating that interest that's going to somebody else and make it come to you through your insurance policy, and grow your wealth by eliminating debt. Thanks very much for watching today. God bless.